Yo, what is going on YouTube? It's your boy Dan, aka aDrive. Bringing you guys another week of the P4G Tier 3 and below league. The St. Louis Rampardos are taking on DeathlyIAm and the Seattle Drizzlers in an epic Week 10 showdown. We've had a pretty good season so far. We did pick up a loss last week, which is kind of a bummer, but so far so good with our rain team. It's funny, we're actually taking on the Drizzlers, who's got his little rain logo there with his polywrap, so hopefully our rain team can put in some work here. I didn't do a team builder, but I did do one for WBE this week, so maybe I get bonus points for that at least, but I'll run through the team really quickly here. His team is Empoleon, ALOLA, Muck, Talonflame, Virizion, ESPEON, Gligar, Shedinja, Drampa, Rhyperior, Electros, and Glaceon. Out of those, I expect to see Empoleon, ALOLA, Muck, Talonflame, Virizion, Drampa, and Electros. I do think ESPEON could be subbed in there for Drampa or something like that. And let's talk about our team. So I've got Tornadus here, which is Defiant Nature, or Defiant Ability, Fightinium Z, Focus Blast. That's basically so he can hit things like Drampa and Empoleon incredibly hard with that Fighting Z move. That's kind of the idea there. In Rain, of course, Hurricane is going to be 100% accurate and do a lot of work. Knock off and U-turn is really nice. This to allow me to knock off the Electros on switch in and then, put some pressure on there. We've got our Rocky Helmet defensive Rotom here. This is designed to handle basically Virizion and Talonflame mostly. We're very defensive with that Rocky Helmet to try to chip them away. I figure Rocky Helmet was good in this match because he has a lot of knockoff pressure and I'm probably going to lose my item anyway, so I might as well get a little bit of damage there. Hidden Power Ice is for Gligar in case he brings it, and then Pain Split is to keep us healthy. We've got our Claydol here, which is Colbur with the Rapid Spin, Stealth Rock, Earthquake, and Ice Beam. This thing is designed to set up those Stealth Rocks, which are really important early game, and then also pressure things like Empoleon and Muck with Earthquake, which is really nice, and then Ice Beam is there for Gligar, as I mentioned before. We've got Dragalge here, which is a very fast Dragalge. I've actually got a tremendous amount of speed on this thing, hopefully outspeeding both Muck and Empoleon. Maybe catching him off guard there, but Draco Meteor, Thunder, Dragon Pulse, and Dragon Tail. His best switch into my Dragon type moves is that Empoleon. So if I can hit it with a Dragon Pulse and then catch it off guard by outspeeding it, and then subsequently hitting it with a Thunder, we're going to do a tremendous amount of damage to that thing, weaken him down. He doesn't really have very good switch-ins to Dragalge outside of that, and maybe an Assault Vest Muck. We've got our Politoed here, which is rocking the Damp Rock, which is designed to set up the rain for us, and it's got Toxic there to kind of whittle things down, Scald, Ice Beam, pretty standard stuff there. Encore is there to stop setup or annoying, defogging Empoleon or whatever else. And last but not least, the cleaner is Nautical here, which is our Kabutops, rocking that Life Orb, Swift Swim. I've got enough speed for ESPEON, Choice Scarf Espeon, and we outspeed everything in the rain except for Talonflame, Choice Scarf Talonflame, I guess, or obviously it's Gale Wings, but again, not a huge issue there. Aerial Ace for Virizion, very nice. Superpower for Empoleon. Rock Slide hits the Talonflame, and then Liquidation is very nice. I went with Rock Slide over Stone Edge because I felt like I'm mostly clicking Liquidation unless it's against, I don't know, Talonflame, which I don't want to get burned against or something if he's got Flame Body. So that's kind of the team there. That's the plan. Basically, try to get rocks up early in the game, and then use things like Dragalge to pressure him offensively, get the rain up, and then hopefully have Kabutops sweep. So let me get connected with Tyler here. We're going to throw down in this matchup, and hopefully we can pick up a W. All right, guys, we are connected here with Tyler. We're about to throw down. Real quick, question today is, do you think Gale Wings needed to be nerfed in Sun and Moon? Big nerf to Talonflame there. I personally think it didn't need to be nerfed. Obviously, giving it flying Z Crystals, though, had made it much better if Gale Wings wasn't nerfed, but it's so unfortunate to see a Pokemon like Talonflame go from being one of the best Pokemon in the metagame to being one of the absolute worst. But it's still a threat here, especially in Tier 3 and below, so definitely something to think about. And of course, hit that like button if you haven't done so yet. Subscribe if you're new. Let's jump into battle here. I've got my team ready. I'm ready to go. Let's find out what he's going to bring. Like I said, I think the Muck, the Empoleon are just too obvious. I think Electros makes a lot of sense. I definitely think ESPEON could make it on the team. I don't have the layout, but I really feel like there could be an ESPEON in this battle. So let's see here. I do see ESPEON, and we pretty much get everything. So just no Talonflame. He brings ESPEON. It's pretty much what I expected. I felt like there wasn't going to be a crazy amount of variation. It kind of stinks that I prepped so much for Gligar, but I almost had to, so that's a bummer there, but it's got the ESPEON, doesn't have the Drampa, which is fine. That does mean that to try to set up Stealth Rocks is going to be tricky, but it's less important for me to set up Stealth Rocks because of that. So I can actually lead with, do I want to lead with Claydol? I don't think Claydol is really that great of a lead in this matchup. And honestly, Voltergeist isn't as useful either, so I can probably lead Voltergeist and just go for a Volt Switch if I want to. I also have the Will-O-Wisp, potentially burn something, so I kind of like that. I think that that's a really solid starting option. I don't want to lead with Tornadus just yet, because I could be in a situation where, like, I want to pressure something with Tornadus later, so let's do that. Let's lead with Voltergeist here. Like I said, getting up rocks is really nice, but at the same time, like, I might not be able to because of the ESPEON, so he can easily bring that ESPEON in against my Claydol, so. But either way, this team seems pretty straightforward that our plan needs to be to try to win with Kabutops. So once the Empoleon's weakened, Kabutops can definitely win this game. So he's gonna lead with Unagi, which is gonna be his eel. Okay, so that's fine with me. A really good lead for us, and the fact that I do have Voltergeist as a lead, I could potentially burn this thing and really whittle it down. I don't anticipate an ESPEON switch in here, so I'm just gonna go for the Will-O-Wisp. I'm not even gonna overthink things. If he wants to knock off, that's fine. If he wants to Volt Switch, that's fine. I don't see him going ESPEON here, and if he does, I can't be burned on Magic Bounce, so not a huge deal. I don't know if he expected me to try to lead with Weather. This is why I didn't want to lead with Tornadus. Claydol would have been nice, but again, the switch into the ESPEON is just, I don't know, I don't want to get Magic Bounce Stealth Rocks, because his only Stealth Rocker is the Empoleon, so we get to Will-O-Wisp here. I do connect it. That's going to actually really help me against this Electros, which otherwise would be pretty annoying. Probably goes for the knockoff here or the Volt Switch. We're actually going to see Aqua Tail. So interesting prep there to bring the Aqua Tail. Really doesn't do much to me though, because he is burned, and I get the Rocky Helmet, so fine by me, man. We put ourselves in a really good spot. I can Pain Split, or I can simply go for an attacking move. I kind of like the Volt Switch here. I can easily Volt Switch into my Dragalge and really start to pressure him, so I'm going to do that. This might also give me some intel as to kind of what set this thing is, but he's burned, so I really, like, the worst he can do to me is knock off. Like, that's the absolute worst he can do to me. Really not super concerned. So, I'll Volt Switch against this thing for my Rotom. Let me see here. He's going to stay in, so Rotom's going to get a nice Volt Switch off on this thing. That did so little, dude. I feel like he's got to be AV. These things almost always run Assault Vest. I think Dragalge's just too good of a bring-in here. I don't see the point in bringing in Claydol at this point in the match. I feel like it's got a lot of usefulness later. I think Dragalge's the most expendable to bring in, because I can start to offensively pressure him. And, you know, even if he knockoffs here, it's not a huge deal. Yeah, I think that's like the safest play. If I lose my Draco Plate, it's not the end of the world. He's gonna go for the knockoff. Okay. So I lose my Draco Plate, but again, really not the end of the world. Because now I get to start pressuring with me going for Draco Meteor or Dragon Pulse or Dragon Tail. I think it's probably the Dragon Pulse though. So I lose my Draco Plate. Even the Assault Vest set is still taking like 30% from this, and a Draco Meteor would still potentially knock him out. I could make a double here predicting the Empoleon if I wanted to. Thunder has a chance to two-shot the Empoleon, so I could make a prediction on that Empoleon switch in and just go for Thunder. Obviously, I run the risk of missing. But Empoleon doesn't really threaten me a ton, so I feel like a Dragon Pulse here is like a really safe middle ground play. So I'm going to go for the Dragon Pulse here. I feel like he either just sponges the hit or just goes Empoleon, to be honest. But I mean, I got this thing down to about 55%, which is really kind of one of my objectives, was to weaken this eel. And we've done just that, so. He's gonna switch into Empoleon, probably. Akihito, which is Empoleon, that's fine. Obviously this thing can be carrying, you know, could easily be carrying, whatchamacallit. So we get a chunk off there. I see no leftovers. So let me see here. Did about what I expect. So, do I challenge the Thunder play here? Like, what is he doing to me with an Ice Beam? He could set up rocks. Ice Beam does about 50% to me. If I can hit two Thunders, though, we knock this thing out. I'm gonna go for the Thunder. Don't miss. Nice. Missed. Who saw that coming? He gets his rocks up for free, basically, which is a bummer. Alright, I'm going for another Thunder, though. Bummer that I missed. Bummer that I missed. But I'm going for it again. I go for it again. I hit it this time. We have a 30% chance to paralyze him as well, which is pretty nice. That does a tremendous amount of damage. I don't get the para. He does show Ice Beam. Again, not surprising. Kind of a bummer, though, because, again, if I hit that first Thunder, we're in a really good spot. I think I Draco Meteor here to pick up the KO and hit anything that comes in. Just to guarantee that I can hit something. I just don't want to give him a free switch in anything. He pretty much goes ESPEON though on the switch in. I feel like. Yeah, I'm gonna just Draco in case he switches out. Tries to save this thing. Like, I feel like he could try to switch back out into Electros. At which point I guarantee I at least knock something out. So I don't think Dragon Pulse does enough, so. But yeah, Speedy Dragalge putting in some work already. Really nice that it's faster than the Empoleon. Again, missing the Thunder stinks. Like, I knew, obviously, having Rain Up would help me guarantee those Thunder hits, but the damage output from Thunder was enough to two-shot this thing, which is why I, like, went with it. So, could have played that better, but, you know, we had to play into the fact, obviously, knowing that there was a good chance that it would miss. Unfortunate, but I've done one of my main objectives in this match was to weaken Empoleon and weaken Electros for Tornadus and Kabutops, and we've done just that. So I feel really like Dragalge has done a great job at doing what I needed it to do, which was to weaken these Pokemon to allow for Kabutops to come in and put in work. Now, obviously, Drampa is another thing that needs to be weakened a little bit, and obviously Muck can also be something that, you know, it'd be really beneficial to get some chip damage on, but I think we're doing what we needed to do in this matchup to kind of progress and kind of go for the game plan. So if he could go into, he's gonna go into Sabi here, which is gonna be the Muck. No, it's gonna be the Virizion. Okay, I get a Draco Meteor off on this thing. Phenomenal for me. So big Draco coming in, and we're gonna actually almost knock this thing out, which is amazing. I'm not super concerned about this thing trying to sit up on me because he can't substitute. So Empoleon is sitting at like 20%. Virizion's sitting at like 20%. I mean, I'm gonna save this thing, I feel like. And I could just go into my Voltergeist at this point. I don't really feel like I super need Rotom anymore. Yeah, I don't really feel like I need Rotom really that much, so I'm gonna go into Rotom. I mean, rocks are annoying, but I know that my Dragalge outspeeds a lot of his team, so. And close combat and Leaf Storm, or like he very well could go for Stone Edge here and just knock my Rotom out, which would be a bit annoying. Maybe I should have went Claydol, but I do want a Rapid Spin, so we'll see what he does here. If he goes for Stone Edge, just like a good play. I feel like that would have been a really good play. So he goes for Zen Headbutt, so he's got that coverage, so that's fine. Does a decent chunk to us, and he's actually gonna knock himself out to Rocky Helmet, I think. My play here, I think, is just let him knock me out, or go Claydol. Like, Claydol can definitely take a hit from this thing, right? If he's an unboosted Virizion, and he goes and I go Claydol, like, Leaf Blade does a lot, but, like, not... I mean, Voltergeist is pretty much useless now, so... I think I just let him knock me out here. I'll just go for the HP Ice. He may have Stone Edge. But if he has Zen Headbutt, then he might not, so... Because he's got Zen Headbutt, he's got to have a Grass move, and he probably has Close Combat. So far this match has gone pretty well, though. Like, I just need to weaken the Muck and the Drampa, really, a little bit more. And Drampa's so slow, I shouldn't have a hard time weakening that thing. My response to the Espeon is going to be my Claydol. I still have that intact, and I have things that outspeed it. Politoed is also pretty bulky, so it can handle the Espeon. And even a Coal Mine Espeon set isn't that scary, because again, I do have Kabutops and Rain. So he's gonna just switch out here. So my HP Ice, maybe I should have went for Will-O-Wisp. So I'm a little bummed that I didn't Will-O-Wisp there. That was a mistake play on my part to not just Willow. Because had I just Willowed, I would have burned this thing and really, like, ruined this thing's life. I'm gonna Pain Split, because if he goes Espeon, I'm in a really good spot. And if he knocks off, it's fine. Either way, I'm getting a ton of health back. So Pain Split's like a pretty safe play. Yeah, that was a mistake. I should have just Willowed. But this is going to give me a lot of health back, so we'll take it. He probably knockoffs. Yep, okay. Which is fine. Like I said, I mean, I've weakened him. He's not Berry. So we'll just burn him now. I've done, like, Rotom has done a great job, dude. We've weakened this Alolan Muck so much now already. And it just puts us in a tremendous spot with Kabutops in this game. So, if I can burn this thing, that would be tremendous. I mean, maybe I should have burned it before instead of Pain Splitting, but, I mean, I've weakened this thing so low now. So, I mean, he could make a switch out here, but Rotom's been putting in so much work. I don't think he goes Espeon here. I think... Yeah, I mean, even if he goes Espeon, like, I don't really care if he knocks me out, like... I'm not really, like, super concerned about it. And like honestly, rapid spinning is nice with Claydol, but it's not like the utmost importance. And actually this Muck is now in earthquake range from Claydol too, so we have a couple different options to work with now. In fact, his entire team is like in a, oh, I missed, that's kind of a bummer. He's gonna poison jab, this probably knocks me out. So a big miss there. We live on 10. I'm just gonna Willow again. Or do I just Pain Split? Predicting the switch. I mean, Pain Split weakens him either way. Let's just Pain Split. It puts me in the same situation, so. I don't really care if he knocks me out. Because again, I mean, I can definitely go into Claydol, so he just goes for knockoff again. I don't know if this knocks me out. It doesn't, so that's fine. I mean, I don't think he has Shadow Sneak, so. I'm gonna burn him here. And now he's burned. Sweet. Poison jab. Okay, so that's fine. So, Muck kills Rotom with poison jab. That's fine. Honestly, like, least biggest deal in the world. Okay, so I think I can do one of like a million different things here. I mean, I can go, I think I just go Politoed and start Scalding, to be honest. Because nothing can really switch in. Like, he could get, it could just bring his Virizion in though. So what do I want to do? I don't want to allow that Virizion to come in. I don't really have... I could also go Adept and just start... I'm trying to like think of momentum here more than anything. Trying to think of momentum here. I think Claydol is actually the best play. Assuming Claydol is faster than Muck. Which it should be. So Claydol hit 89 speed. I mean, that's the problem. If he's not, then I'm going to be really bummed. And my Rotom at 0 speed. I mean, the chances that he's faster is very, very low. So I'm going to trust that Claydol is actually faster. I think Claydol gives me the most momentum. Although, could bring in Virizion. And then what do I do when Virizion comes in? You know, I'm going to go into Dragalge. I think Dragalge puts on enough pressure here. I mean, either way, like, he's going to be able to go either Espeon or Virizion. So it's just a matter of, like, kind of navigating that. So, we're just going to Dragon Pulse. We know he doesn't have Shadow Sneak at this point. So, alright, Dragalge gets the kill. That was kind of a tricky play because I had to try to decide what, like, momentum-wise was the most important for me. But we're putting ourselves in a situation where, like, Tornadus can come in and just click knockoff pretty soon. I don't know if that knocks out Espeon, but, like, it's going to do a lot. Tornadus versus Espeon. It does 88 to 105, so it's not going to knock him out unless I get chip damage. But Kabutops in Rain, like, kind of wins once the Drampaw's weakened. So, here goes Wasabi. That's the Virizion. Okay, honestly, I feel like I just let him knock me out, or I just go Claydol here. But I think I just let him knock me out. Like, I don't need this thing anymore. I mean, it's nice for Drampaw, though. But I don't need this thing anymore. I'm just debating. Like, I do want to keep Claydol alive because I feel like Claydol helps me against the Espeon. Do I need this thing at all? Like, this thing is nice for Drampaw, and it comes in later and just pressures things. Like, I just Draco. But I feel like if he Leaf Blades, I'm gonna kind of be annoyed. Although I do still have Politude. I'm gonna go Claydol here and hope I don't regret that decision. Let's see what he's gonna do. Zen Headbutt? Stone Edge, that's fine. Okay, I don't know if I live the Leaf Blade. I want a Rapid Spin though. I'm gonna Rapid Spin. I don't know if I live a Leaf Blade or not. I hope I do though. mean, I think it's close. Like, he could be Scarf, though. Like, last time he just switched out, so I have no idea, actually. What are the chances this thing's Scarf? Probably low, dude. Pretty low. Actually, we should live the Leaf Blade. I'm at 135 out of 167. So it's 80%. Yeah, I should live this. 69 to 82, max attack for Jolly. I should live this. And Rabbit Spin does 5 to 6%. Yes, I'm getting my Rabbit Spin off, which is phenomenal. He goes into Unagi, which is the... Okay, that's fine, Eel. It's fine with me, dude. I'm cool with that. Muck's gone, so I don't care if he knockoffs here. I can just Ice Beam. Or switch out, like... I got my rocks gone. And I can set up my own now. I don't think he predicts the switch here and goes Espeon. So I'm gonna just set up my own rocks, because honestly, getting that little bit of chip damage is pretty clutch. So I'm just gonna set up rocks here. I don't think he goes Espeon right now. And I don't care if he knockoffs. He might have Aqua Tail too. Like, none of that really matters to me. Okay, I get my rocks up. That was perfect, dude. That was like best case scenario. And he goes for knockoff, I'm sure. Yep. Eat our Coldberry. Okay, so I set up my Kabutops to be faster than Virizion, so I should be faster. So I can't really do anything here. I feel like he either knockoffs or goes for Aqua Tail. There's no way he goes for an electric move, in my opinion. I just don't see how he goes for an electric move when I'm sitting there with a Claydol in front of him. So I really want to go Tornadus here and just make a big boy play. Because then I threaten him with knockoff. And like realistically, the worst he does to me is Volt Switches, which like would be really annoying though. But knockoff doesn't even knock him out. I mean, I still have Dragalge. I could just stay in an Ice Beam too and just try to get damage off on him. It's just not going to do that much to him. Like, Ice Beam's going to do very little to him. 10%. Do I want to make the big boy play or not? It's not worth. It's not worth. Just gonna Ice Beam. It's not worth it. It's not worth it. Like, there's no way he Volt Switches here, but it's just not worth it, dude. He's gonna Aqua Tail. Yeah, it just isn't worth. Like, he does a lot to us. It's just not worth me making that play, dude. It's just not. Like, I mean, now I could. Like, now I could make the play. And then I have knockoff pressure. Now I'm gonna make the play. There's no way he goes for Volt Switch, dude. If he does, it's a god tier play, dude. I wanted to make sure he's in knockoff range. Now he is. He could knock off again, but I have a Z Crystal on my Tornadus, so I'm less concerned. I just feel like there's no way he goes for an electric move against the ground type that just attacked him, unless he like misclicks on his game. So, and even so, like I still have my Kabutops, so it's not like the end of the world. I would be devastated there if he went for an electric move right now. I feel like he knockoffs though. He Dragon Pulses. Okay, you know what? Good play. He mixed it up. He went for the Dragon Pulse. It's gonna do some good damage, but not anything that like concerns me. So, last move is probably Volt Switch. Okay, we just knock off then. I lose nothing from knocking off. I'm pretty sure that Virizion Choice Scarfed. So, Torn kills Eel with knockoff. Okay, we're pretty sure Virizion Scarfed here. Got rid of his AV. We knew that. But we've done such a good job of weakening down his team to this point in the match. He almost has to Stone Edge here, I feel like. And I can just sack off Claydol at this point. Unless he's dual Scarf with Espeon. But again, we're in a situation where, like, Kabutops comes in and just absolutely wrecks his team. Like, it should. It outspeeds the Virizion, it outspeeds the Espeon. I'm pretty sure Kabutops in Rain one-shots Espeon with Liquidation. In Rain. 100%. 100%. No chance. Espeon's very physically frail. So, this game has been all about momentum. It's been all about trying to ensure that I don't give him momentum. And honestly, Dragalge at the beginning of this game it wrecked his defensive core, dude. It just wrecked it. Like, Rotom burning the Eel right away, and then Dragalge denting a couple things. Like, that was so clutch. So here comes Empoleon. Not really sure why though, because I'm pretty sure knockoff's just gonna knock him out. I'll double check it. I can also burn my Z move, but I don't really think that's necessary. I don't think Empoleon takes a knockoff. Yeah, it does like 20%, so he's got to be fully physically defensive to live it. Is there any chance that he would live it? He's gonna Ice Beam here either way. I think I just U-turn. On the off chance. Or I burn my Z move. But I think I want to save my Z move for Drampa just in case. His play here, I feel like it's the Ice Beam. So I'm just gonna U-turn out into Toad. U-turn plus Scald should do enough. I'm pretty sure. Yeah, U-turn plus Scald should do enough. Or do I just knock off? Knockoff should kill, dude. 21 to 26. That's a especially defensive set, though. He's low, dude. I'm gonna U-turn. It's not worth it to me. Do I just burn my Z move, man? I'm burning my Z move, dude. I'm just gonna burn it, dude. I just want to kill this thing. I'm not gonna risk the knockoff not killing it, man. And then some stupid stuff happening where he gets rocks up again or something. The thing is, I don't need Torn to kill Drampa later. I just need to weaken the Drampa for Kabutops, you know? So, as much as it might seem like that was a really wasted Z move there, and like, he was Choppa Berry anyway, I like get that. I get that it was like, he was super low, but if he was max physical defense there, I feel like he lives the knockoff, and then we take an Ice Beam to the face, which just seems so pointless at this point in the match. You know? It just seems so dumb. So, I just didn't see the point. So now he's got to go Virizion, and he's got to hit a Stone Edge. He's got to be Scarf Virizion and hit a Stone Edge. If he's not Scarf, then I don't know what he does here. But if he goes Virizion, I switch out, because I lose nothing from scouting to see what that Virizion set is. And he might even die to rocks, dude. The Virizion might even die to rocks. So, here comes Dragon Roll, which is the Drampa, okay? So, here we are in a world where I think I just need to go for knockoff. And just get rid of this thing's item and allow my Kabutops to come in and beat it. Like, I think that's all I do here. As much as I want to keep Torn around because it's fast and other stuff, I just feel like knockoff gets rid of this thing's item, weakens him, puts him in range for Kabutops, or even Claydol to come in and start Ice Beaming. I mean, it's a differential thing at this point. I mean, I could also U-turn. We just U-turn. Let's just U-turn. That way, it's kind of a middle ground. I get damage off on him. I keep my Torn around. Feeling good about all that. He's got a Rocky Helmet on this thing. Okay. That's fine. So, what is he going to do? I mean, I just go into Landmine here at this point and sack it off, because he has no switch-ins to me going for Dragon Pulse. So I'm just going to go Landmine. I lose nothing by this. I'm slow playing this just to be safe. I know I can pull the trigger with Kabutops at any time, but I just want to scout. He's got Calm Mind. Okay. How does that change things here? Makes me a little nervous. I do have Superpower, though, on Kabutops. And I have Encore on... We're going 100% to Politoed immediately to Encore. Because I feel like he's going to take this opportunity to just keep setting up. Or he attacks. And if he attacks, then I Encore him and then keep him from setting up further. I just cannot allow him to set up on me any further than what he just did. Just go for Encore again, please. Encore one more time. Or Calm Mind again. Roost. Perfect. That's fine. Fine by me. Fine by me. Okay, so he's Calm Mind Roost. Okay. Does he know about Encore? My play 1,000,000% is Encore. I have to Encore him. I mean, I could Toxic too, but to me, Encore just makes so much sense here. And then I just Ice Beam. And we pressure ESPEON and things like that. So, interesting Drampa set. Very scary Drampa set. What is Kabutops doing to Drampa? He had Rocky Helmet. He's gonna stay in. Okay, perfect. Superpower should knock him out. That's almost a max HP set, so he's forced into roosting here, which is fine, and I get to just click Ice Beam. Or Scald, actually, is kind of better, because of the chance of the burn. Like, Ice Beam does more, but I think Scald is a better play. Because I'm killing the Virizion on entry anyway. I'm gonna Scald. I could actually, you know what I should have done? I just misplayed. I should have doubled back into Kabutops. Because I knew he had to switch out, but that's okay. He goes into Edamame, which is what, the ESPEON? Yeah, so this thing is gonna take a Scald to the face, dude. And as long as Politoed's around, that Drampa can't set up on me, and that should be a 2-shot. It is. I get a crit. Doesn't really matter. He's, what, leftovers? Okay. That's perfect. We just Scald again, then. He can't really do much to me. I'm bulky enough that I can live any hit here. Yeah, I just didn't want that Drampa to set up on me. When he hit Calm Mind, I'm like, oh man, that's a little sketchy, actually. That's a little sketchy. I'm actually Calm Nature Politoed, so I'm very, very bulky. And once this thing's gone, I can talk to the Drampa, and then it's a non-issue anymore. Him, like, setting up on me is, like, the least biggest issue in the world. Because then he's limited on his turns. And Virizion doesn't have 2 switch-ins to rocks anyway. It may not even have 1. It's going to take 6%. It was really low. I don't remember how much, but it was really low. He was a Rocky Helmet hit away. So he goes for Sunny Day. So really cool tech. Sunny Day Espeon, I like it. But I don't think it's going to save him here. It was a good set. It's going to probably allow him to live the Scald, though. Yeah, it does. Wow. Okay. I mean, I just switch out then. I still got Landmine, so... As long as I don't allow that Drampa to set up, man, we're good. And I think even so, Kabutops wins with, you know, close combat. Or a superpower. He's gonna Calm Mind too. Jeez, what is with these things? What is with these things, man? Setting up Calm Minds over here. Calm Mind, Sunny Day. But do you have coverage for me? I'm assuming you do. I'm gonna Earthquake. Do you have Shadow Ball or just Psychic? It's got Hidden Power, Fire, Ice. Hey, Landmine! Fire, HP Fire probably. Or what is it? HP something. Landmine, baby! That crit did not matter. I have attack investment. Crit did not matter. Alright. Now I just do not allow Drampa to set up on me. So we 1,000,000% switch right into Politoed and we click Toxic. Or Encore if he tries to set up. Alright, Claydol kills the Espeon. Very nice. Like I said, there's no way that crit actually mattered there. Claydol against Espeon does a good amount of damage. He goes Wasabi. Does it live? It does. You can knock me out, buddy. I'm not really worried about it. Like, I have no concerns here. I mean, what do? You Stone Edge? I'll Rapid Spin here. He goes for Leaf Blade. Okay. Dragalge just wins, I think. Claydol with Leaf Blade. I've been under the assumption this thing is Choice Scarfed. So we're going to find out right now if he is or not. So I'm actually going to go into my Dragalge here because Dragalge 4 times resists Leaf Blade. So if he's not Scarfed, we're going to find out right now. If he is Scarfed, then we win with Dragon Pulse. So that's our play. Because I don't want to go Politoed and then catch a Leaf Blade to the face here. It seems kind of dumb to me. He's got to be Scarfed, dude. I feel like he's played this whole game like this Virizion is Scarfed. Because otherwise he would have attacked the Claydol earlier in the game with Leaf Blade, I feel like. Because it's not like he is Leaf Blade. Okay, so he's Scarfed. We should live this. Yeah, eat that up, dude. Nice job, Dragalge. Okay, now I'm in a situation where I just Dragon Pulse the Drampa, and honestly, I don't know if he leaves it or not. I'm gonna doubt it. Yeah, dude, there's no way. I mean, Draco Meteor 100% kills, Dragon Pulse should kill. He's gonna be weakened because of Stealth Rocks, so I think we got this in the bag. I'm a speedy Dragalge here, so we should be in good shape. Looks like Dragalge's gonna walk away this match with 3 more kills, dude. Just absolutely putting in the work this season. Dragalge's been great, but yeah, man, I think the combination of Dragalge and Rotom at the beginning of this game was like super duper clutch for us. Being able to whittle down his team, burn a couple things, and just kind of stick to the game plan, which actually was to unleash Kabutops in this match, but we didn't even need to. We didn't even need Kabutops in this match because the rest of the team was able to do so much. And I think for Tyler, if you're watching this and just kind of to reflect back on this, there wasn't much you could have done. It was tricky. I think one of the things that you did though was you tried to preserve 2 particular Pokemon, the Empoleon and the Electros, in situations where really they probably shouldn't have been preserved. The Electros I understand a little bit more because it was at about 55% when you switched out to Empoleon, and it made a lot of sense to switch into a Dragon type move, get your rocks up, whatever. But then when I went for the Draco Meteor and you went Virizion there, expecting the Thunder, it just wasn't a good, like, the best play. Obviously in hindsight, you know what I mean? Like, no hate, but it was a tough play, but Empoleon was so weak at that point, it wasn't going to add any value to the team at that point, and you risked getting paralyzed on the Virizion with a Thunder, which would have absolutely ruined the whole strategy on the fact that it was Choice Scarfed. That was too big of a risk, and then in that case, I obviously went for the Draco Meteor play, because to me, it was like a no-lose situation there. And then ultimately, like, it knocked that Virizion so low that it really couldn't do anything in the match anymore. So yeah, that was kind of like the thought there, but really cool stuff though. His Sunny Day ESPEON was really solid. The Calm Mind Drampa scared me for a second there, I'm not gonna lie. But that's where Encore Politoed just so clutch. But this should knock it out unless he's incredibly specially defensive. But I don't see him living this at all, and it's not happening. So Dragalge's gonna pick up the W here for us with the Dragon Pulse. So that's a nice 4-0, I believe, there against Tyler. So good games to my man Deathly, of course. He's come a long way since the last time we battled. So thank you guys for watching this match. I hope you guys enjoyed it. And we're gonna continue our, our games here on the P4G. We got playoffs coming up soon. Baby could be here any day. The baby could be here the day this goes up. I have no idea. So kind of just bear with me because obviously my battles are probably gonna be late and I'm not gonna be prepping as much or whatever. But we put ourselves in a really good spot in this league. So playoffs should be in the future for us here. So that's gonna move us to, let's see, 10 games. So I believe we're 8-2 or something like that. So that's pretty solid, man. I'll take it. Thank you guys so much for watching. Hit that like button if you enjoyed. Subscribe if you're new. My name is Dan. I also go by aDrive, and I will catch you guys next time. Peace. Thanks so much for checking out my last video. If you like that one, you'll definitely like this one. And be sure to subscribe for more as I post Pokemon videos every single day.